Today I wanted to talk about sword blocks and specifically the offside hanging guard block into a Molinet or a slut shot, which Everard was noticing in a couple of fights when I was down in Melbourne. So this comes out of the sort of couple of basic head sword blocks when defending. So I tend to fight with a relatively sword forward stance like this, and I use my sword to block my head a lot. Now, blocking something coming down your sword side, turn your sword out, meet it at 90 degrees, block it there, don't try and punch your arm out. That'll cover most things coming at your head, but we want to look at blocking your shield side. So from there are sort of two main blocks that I use, and we'll look at those. So the first one is a relatively shallow block. You'll notice that my basket hilt is still on my sword half of my body. It hasn't crossed that center line yet. The blade of my sword is leaning backwards across the top of my shield. It's not down, it's not in front. You can push it further backwards if you need to, but it's predominantly across there and covers that shallow angle. The second version that the Molinet or slot shot comes off is when I think there is an opening to shoot for. I will block much further over. See how my basket hilt has crossed that center line of my body? And this is what I'm using to tee off. So from here, it's a relatively easy shot to step in, drop the hand straight down, and shoot down that line. Sometimes I move my shield out of the way to give myself a bit more clearance. Doing that without the shield so you can sort of see the body mechanics. From here, if I think there's an opening, and this is a bit of a setup, basket hilt crosses the center line, tip is down, hand is up. As soon as I've got contact and I know what their sword is doing and I know where it is, I am shooting down that center line, shooting down that inner line, I should say, body crunching and dropping that blade in. So my hand is just going down in a straight line as I whip the sword over, and you're sort of aiming to hit people somewhere in this range between shoulder point and head, and you'll usually get body with that. Now to practice that, you can use a partner drill. This will be an A-B partner drill. So one person will be just throwing shots and one person will be practicing the blocks. So if I am the person practicing my blocks, I will come to guard. My opponent will just throw snaps and offhands in a repetitive, consistent manner. And I will just alternate between the two sword blocks. So I will block the snap, block the offhand, block the snap, block the offhand, block the snap, block the offhand. Once I'm comfortable with that, I can start alternating which snap block I'm using. So I might block the snap, block the offhand, block the snap, and get my hand into position ready to throw that Molinet if the opportunity presents itself. The next way you can practice that, same sort of setup with an A-B partner drill, except this time we're going to bring our shield into the mix so that we have a multitude of options to block things with, because the more stuff you've got to block with, the less predictable you are. So, again, my partner will just throw snaps and offhands, and I'm going to alternate through every combination that I can to block with. So I might go sword block, sword block, sword block, shield block, sword block, or shield block, shield block. Doesn't matter what order you do them in, but run through every combination and then swap with your partner. Thank you.